Hi guys, Nancy here from Loombicious. Welcome to part 2 of the reindeer of Rudolph or one of the others. Let us continue with the body. 2 bands at a time and follow me. Make sure your loom is set in a rectangular shape so we can create the body. I match the pattern I'm placing on my loom. Two bands all the time for the body. There we go. Now we're going to place 2 diagonally down and fill the entire row. Gently push down all the bands. We need to stretch some horizontal bands across later. Again, diagonally down with 2 bands, of course. And fill the entire bottom row. Now grab 2 more bands and place them upwards here. This will be the body. Now grab 2 bands all the time again and stretch them across all the pegs here. So the body will stay together after we loomed. This time I did turn on my heater next to me. It's kind of cold here at the attic. But now I will have it nice and warm here. Grab a single brown band and wrap it around, double looped here. So wrap it around twice as a horizontal band. Push down the top horizontal bands. But first, grab one of your back legs. Have it like this. Paw is facing to the right. This is the thicker part of the tie. We're going to place those 3 loose ends onto those 3 pegs. So have it like this. And place. I always start in the middle. Place the back leg. Make sure you have all the loops around your hook. That you are through the loops correctly. Otherwise, if you remove the tying bands, your work will fall apart. There we go. This is the back leg. Paw facing to the right. Grab a front leg, place it the same way. So paw to the right and the thicker part to your left. Attach it onto those 2 pegs. Not sure if you guys can hear some noise here, but they are fixing some rooftops here in the neighborhood. So you could be able to hear some drilling or that kind of things. Yeah, front leg also placed. Now grab your head, turn your loom like this, and have it right side up. We're going to attach the center set first. Do not remove this tying band. We will need this same stitch again. So have it right side up. Rudolph is looking at you. And attach it. That set in the center. Make sure you are behind your or in front of your horizontal band. Attach it here. Then grab the set on your left and attach it onto this peg. You can remove this tying band and you can also remove all the tying bands on the leg. You don't need them anymore, but you do need this tying band, so leave it. Do not remove this one. I am removing all the other ones, so it won't be in the way when I loom. But you don't have to, you can also do this later. But I always like to check up my work, because if I remove them and I missed a band, I can replace it. There we go, all my tying bands are removed. The head is faced right side up. And now we're going to place some loose bands here on top, so we can stitch his back together. Place, well, one I guess, or did I? No, I always place 2 bands, so it will be nice and tight. So lay them around, 2 loose bands at a time. There we go. That's why I told you guys to push down that horizontal band on top. Otherwise you can't place these loose bands. Well, place them like this. Do not place them here. Turn your loom again, and now we can loom. We're going to do the row on the right first. So go behind all these bands, grab the bottom 2. Forget about those loose bands. Just loom past them. You can almost loom the entire first row. But don't loom the last 2 stitches. They can pop up, those loose bands. Just place them back over the peg. Stop here. Don't continue past this one. Now go inside this peg. Grab the top 2 bands first and loom to your left. Continue on the row on the left with looming. You might need to flip around your front leg. Be careful, it won't slip off the pegs. And if it does, you simply need to replace it. So it doesn't really matter. There we go. Continue looming this row. And if you are a fast loomer, also loom the diagonally ones. If you are faster than me, I'm not that fast anymore. Flip over the back leg. Loom those 2 diagonally bands. And then we can loom the row in the middle. Continue looming upwards. And also loom the last diagonally bands. Only grab the bottom 2, make sure you are behind your horizontal bands or in front. Don't loom them. There we go. This one can be tricky, so reach inside this bag, only grab the bottom two and loom. And then we can loom these two and the last two. Grab a single band and create a slip knot here, so the body will stay intact. And carefully remove this from your loom. One half is done already. There we go. Pull outwards all those loose bands in there. Pull them outwards. And this will be one half. So let us create the other half. Put this aside for now. Now we're going to mirror the image. Grab two bands all the time again. And follow me for the second half of the reindeer. Will be the exact same pattern we just did, but mirrored. And we don't need to attach any more loose bands. That won't be necessary here. Two diagonally up this time instead of down. And fill the entire row in the center with two bands. And there we go. Two diagonally upwards again. And fill the entire row on the top. Now grab two bands again, place them upwards here at the end. There we go. Now we're going to place the horizontal bands, stretch two bands across, except for the last one. That needs to be a single one double looped. There we go. Single one double looped here at the end. Now we're going to place the legs again. I will turn my loom for this to show you. Have your legs in the opposite direction. So have your paw face to the left and the thicker part of the tie face to your right this time. Attach it onto those three pegs here. Again, I'm going to start in the center. And obviously you can remove these tying bands already. I'm not through correctly. I need to turn my loom. To make sure I have all the loops around there. I simply check myself by removing the tying bands before looming. Otherwise the leg would come off if you didn't attach it the right way. There we go. The front leg, same way. Have it like this, paw to the left, thicker part to your right this time. Attach it onto those two pegs. There we go. You can remove the tying bands if you want to. You can also leave them and remove them later. I'll leave that up to you guys. Front leg also attached. Now grab your other half. Turn your loom. We're going to start with the set in the center. That's why I told you guys not to remove this tying band. Stick your hook through that same set again. Right side up and attach it around here. There we go. Now you can remove this tying band. You don't need it anymore now. Stick your hook through this set on the right. Those bands are a tiny bit twisted. Going to check myself. I have them all and attach it around here. So it's right side up again. And now we can loom. So I'm going to start on the top again on the row on the left this time. Don't loom the last 2 stitches from this row. We're going to do exactly the same as we just did, but mirrored. Stop there. Don't loom past this peg. Go inside here, grab the top 2 bands first, but make sure you are behind all those loops there. Loom them to the right and loom the bottom row or the row on your right. That went wrong. I do need to check what I did. Go behind all those bands. Only grab the bottom 2. And continue looming upwards. There we go. Flip over that leg. Grab those 2 diagonally bands and loom. And now we can loom the entire row in the middle. Only grab the bottom 2 and go behind your horizontal bands. There we go. These diagonally can be quite tight, but you can manage to loom. And this one and the final one. Grab a single band, tie off, create a slip knot, and carefully remove this from your loom. And there goes my row. There we go. Well, there we go. Well, we're going to stitch his bag together. So flip it around. You're looking at the inside of the stomach. And now try to see what I'm doing. Here we have that set in the center where we attached this set twice to each half of the body, or once to each half of the body. Go through this set with your hook, the top loops only. Grab those 2 loose bands and pull them through. Hold them on your hook, go through the next set, grab the next 2 loose bands, pull them through everything and hold these 2 on your hook. And continue until you reach the end of your stitches. Try not to miss any. That's all you need to do. It ain't hard. Try not to miss any stitches. Try not to grab a horizontal band in between. Pull through everything. Go through the next stitch. I missed a band here. There we go. Almost at the final stitch. This is the final stitch. There we go. Hold it with your finger. Stick your hook through some random bends here at the inside. Pull those 2 bends through. Grab a C-clip. And let it go. There we are. The back stitched together. The tail. Well, we need our loom, of course, again. And I'm going to turn my loom for this. It will be a tiny tail, so you can see we only need 4 pegs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. No, 5 pegs. A single brown band double looped here. Another one double looped. Now grab 2 bands, place them here. And now grab 3 and place them here. Grab your white bands, a couple of them. Make a figure 8 on your hook, twist them around. Do this with 2 bands. Then lift up this band, slide it onto there. This will be the bottom of the tail. It will be poofed with some white. So again, one band wrapped around twice, and a second band wrapped around twice. Lift up this band, slide it onto there, replace. You can also make this thicker if you want to. You can use 3 bands or even 4. But I think that will be a tiny bit too thick. So I will use 2 bands, 2 white bands. Again, 1 band, 2 bands wrapped around twice. Attach them here. I do flip them around, so the crossy part is the inside of the tail, but you don't have to do this, of course. And the last set of 2 whites are placed around these 3 bands. There we go. I'll move away my white bands. Turn your loom again. This time we have to attach him right side up, otherwise the poof will be on top of the tail. So make sure you have your reindeer right side up. Carefully remove these tying bands here at the rear, but make sure you hold him with your fingers so it won't fall apart. Stick your hook through these 2 loops on the right. Try to do this so the bands aren't twisted. Then grab the set on your top 2 loops on your left. Then grab the bottom 2 on the right and the bottom 2 on the left. And we're going to attach these 8 loops around this peg. I'm not sure if you can do this at once. I'm going to try, but no, it won't work. I'm going to do this 2 by 2 in order. So I will start with these 2, then these 2, these 2, and the final 2. That's better. And they're all around there. All there's left to do is simply looming up all these bands until you reach the end of the tiny tail. These are 3 bands. Try not to grab your white bands while looming. And the final double loop band. Now grab a brown band to tie off. Create a slip knot with the brown band. And carefully remove the tail from the loom. There we are. Now we have the poof at the bottom. If you did this the other way around, you will have the poof on top. And that will look kind of weird. Now try to zigzag this single band inside the tail. Try to zigzag this around without grabbing those white bands. This can be a tiny bit tricky. There we go. That band is hidden. And we have a tiny tail here. Well, all there's left to do, guys, is the stomach. If you did creatures with me before, you know what to do. You don't even have to watch this. It's still the same. Have it like this. It's slightly curved. This is the inside. You can actually see the bands inside there. The brown bands. This is the inside that needs to be on top of him. This is the neck part. Here is your cap band. And this is the tie-off band. So have it like this. Those 4 stitches are the neck. Kind of lay that on him till you're pleased with how it looks. I'm going to start here on top. Just try to see what I'm doing. I'm going inside the horizontal bands here. Those loops. And I will pull through this band. The first band, the neck. Then simply, well, kind of go around your Rudolph. Go through the side of your stitches and pull through that loose band there. You don't have to do every stitch. Just try to attach it around and grab this one. Go through the next stitch. If you're not sure, just check what I'm doing. You don't have to use the exact same stitches. It doesn't matter. If you skip one, that doesn't matter at all. I'm actually going to skip one now and pull through. Now I'm going through these loops and pull through the next stitch. Try to forget about your horizontal bands. And if you pull it through one, that doesn't matter. Kind of work your way around this way. And pull through all those loose bands. Did I miss a band here? I did. I'm going to redo. Yes, now I have two. And go all the way around doing this. Oh, I missed a band here. That's totally fine. If that happens and you forget about that band, doesn't matter. Simply clip it off when you're done. It won't come off if you miss one band. It won't even come off if you miss 10, I guess. Pull through all these loose bands. There we go. This one is a tiny bit further away, but it doesn't matter. Also go through some random bands here at the rear, doesn't matter, and pull through this band. And let's go the other way around. But you might need to squeeze your project a tiny bit, so you won't pull them out on the other side. So don't pull them through too hard. Otherwise you will be busy to do it again on the other side. Wait a second, I'm going to do this differently. See what I mean? I'm doing it myself right now. I pulled that band through too far. There we go again. It can happen, but you can also pull it back again. So work your way around and pull through all these loose bands. And of course, have your wire ready. You need to wire Rudolph in order for him to be able to stand. So you can position him any way you like. I'm almost around here. Well, I have all my bands. I'm going to start here at the top. Or should I? No, I'm going to start here at the top. So I'm going inside this loop and grab the next loop. And go around this way. So I'm grabbing each next loop that I will pull it through and kind of sew his stomach through the body this way. If I can get a hold of it. There we go. Don't pull too hard when you reach the rear. Or kind of squeeze him together so you can pull a little bit harder. Especially with the last band, because we have only one stitch there. Also pull through the last band, but I will stick a hook through here. I'm going to start at the top again. The neck part. We'll use this same stitch, kind of overstretch this. Maybe I can pull it through the neck. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use the same stitch to start with and grab the other one on the other side to pull it through. Yeah, wait a second. I'm going to do this differently. Pull through this band. Pull it through the first stitch. Like this. And then we're going to use it again to sew the rest together the same way. That will look better. I'll get through all those loose bands. If you skip one, doesn't matter. Pull through each next stitch. That one is twisted. Pull through. Don't forget this one. At the rear. And that's it, I guess. Remove this other hook. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. There we go. Also do the same with this last stitch. Get through this band. The final band at the rear. The best way to hide this band is to search for that C-clip that's already inside. I'm lucky, I can find it right here. So I'm kind of pulling that one out. So reach inside the stomach, simply grab that band, pull it through, inside. Oh, I have two bands here. How is that possible? Not sure what just happened. But I grabbed a band too many. This is the band I need to pull through. Going to try to do this again. Now I have only one band. That's going to be wrapped around that same C-clip a couple of times. And kind of put that inside the stomach again. And there we go. The stomach and the tail. Like I told you guys, use your wire to make this project stand so you can maneuver it all the way around. Wire up those antlers, that will look so much better. There we go. Now I have 2 Rudolphs. That's not supposed to be that way, I guess, but I can always change this nose to black. And I guess I will do that. But guys, I hope you had fun with this tutorial, and I would love to see all your reindeers appear on Instagram, Facebook, or well, yeah, you can also comment below, of course, in the description if you created any. I hope you enjoyed. This will be my final tutorial for this year. And I know it's kind of early, but I do wish a very Merry Christmas to all of you and a Happy New Year. And I might even post a video with me saying that to you guys. But if I don't have time or I don't want to, I'm saying it to you guys right now. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, guys. Thumbs up for this video if you like it. And I will hope to see you all next year. Bye bye.